Showtime, we are live. Happy Thursday to everybody. This is Thirsty Thursdays on Armani TV. Yeah, another live, another day. Hope everybody is doing awesome and phenomenal. Thirsty Thursdays, come have a drink with your boy. Chop it up. Let's set the tone, get the vibe right. Fresh off that winning Wednesdays. Let's see what the mood like. Good content for the community. That's the topic for tonight. On Thirsty Thursdays, while you having a drink with your boy. What's your choice to drink too? Me, I'm a cognac whiskey type of guy. I had a little tequila run for a minute, but we off that now. Dropped a lot of jewels this week. Credit Sesame if you didn't go get that app. Self-Lender if you didn't go get that app. We heavy on the credit report, self-improvement vibes. That's what this whole live is about. It's pretty much the whole vibe of the channel. I feel that if everybody enhance their credit profile, it'll help everybody to get the things that they want in life. Help us to be more responsible as a people. You know? Things of that nature. But yeah, man, Thirsty Thursdays. That's how we on it right now. That's how we on it. All right, bet. Welcome to the chat. Thirsty Thursday. Peace and love to everybody. Salute, 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 salute. My guy, Slewfoot Slim. Salute, God. It's Thirsty Thursday, man. What you sipping on, man? What's in your cup, man? While we break the mathematics down. Let me get it right. All right. See what we doing. Yeah, we was just doing the mathematics, man. I just got started, so just trying to set the tone real quick. mobile app that I built for my son. It's a camera photo editor. So I can edit a photo on here. Let's say this photo, for instance. This app has been bringing me residual income since I released it in the App Store in 2015 when he was born. So how does it do it? The same way that YouTube does it. And the same company is actually paying me. Except on YouTube, the terminology or the platform is called AdSense. On the mobile apps, it's called AdMob, essentially for Ad Mobile. So it's a, it's a photo editor. Could do little different things with it. Could add text to it. Add little text. All right, boom. Look, here's what popped up. That's what I was waiting for.
Boom, it just disappears, and it works on nearly anything. Wedding photos, tattoos, photo bombers. If there's somebody in the background that you need to remove, just drag your finger over them and they just vanish. It's crazy. And if you don't believe me, you gotta try it for yourself. Try it on one of your photos and I promise you it's gonna work. It's called Pixel Cut. You can download it in the App Store and thank me later.
Click X, and then I'm back in the app. That's exactly how I get paid. And I was waiting because I knew I programmed it. So eventually, I developed apps too. Yeah, bro, that was I mean, you probably wasn't here during one of those lives, but yeah, I introduced that very early on. You type my name into the App Store, a whole list of apps will come up. But before I lose that point, this photo editor that I made, again, named after my son, his name is Nazai. That's his name. Even something as simple as this, because those ads pop up, anybody that's using the app, while the app is open, those ads are getting exposed, that company is getting paid, and so am I. So once I realized that, I built this app times maybe technically what's in the App Store right now, like 54, but what's actually, built, definitely easily well over the 100 mark. And the goal is 3,000 apps. So I'm far off from the actual goal, but the idea is to have a goal in mind. And my idea is if I could have 3,000 apps that all made simply $1 a day, that's $3,000 a day times 30 days in a month on average times 12. It's a little over $2.2 million cleared in just mobile app ad development, app revenue. So again, if this app averages about $5 to $6 a day, but if I could just have 3,000 apps in total, all making just $1 a day, I don't even want to break that down again. But you get the idea. 3,000 apps, all making $1 a day. That's the goal. So I have a lot more work to do. No doubt. Thank you, Slim. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time coming, man. I started around 2009. This is like when Instagram, was like hot on the market and doing their thing. Like way before they had DM. I was working at a school in New York that actually sold like programs like Microsoft. It was an IT school. So big companies like Chase Manhattan Bank and Citibank would send their like IT department guys there, whoever they hired, to get trained on our classes. And we would, I was one of the guys that would sell them packages, so I was doing big transactions over the phone, like $30,000 and $50,000, selling that, those sort of courses to, these different companies. But anyway, I took an interest in it and I asked my boss, I was like, yo, what if I wanted to take, like one of the classes after my shift, basically like work at night, because I was doing a 9 to 5 and we had classes from 6 to 9. So he was like, I got you, just pay for your own books. So I took him up on that offer and I ended up getting certified in mobile app and web development, and that was back in like 2010. So I started coding, and I put together my own social network, something similar like Twitter or Facebook, and built it up to like over 10,000 users, and took it from the App Store, because there was things that was going on at the time. You know, I had my son, and then my daughter followed, and there were features that users were asking for that at the time I couldn't even put together a build. So fell back, put more learning into it, and we're on the release of the next version this June. So if you check out the other videos I released a couple days ago, I did preview the app. Actually, there's a video called New Social Media Platform coming soon. You can click on that and you'll get a preview of the app. But it's something I've been steadfast working at for the last couple years, of course, watching my kids grow and interacting with them, of course, being a father and everything else that, life brings forth. So it's really, really dope though. It is. And I'm happy to be releasing the next version. I won't speak much, but you'll definitely be seeing, what it has to offer. And I'm real confident at where we at with it. Definitely real confident at where we at with it. Grown Man Talk. What's good, my guy? What's going on, man? Salute to you, King. Salute. So yeah, man. For the most part, it's been a winning week. And I think that if we follow this sort of blueprint right here, and we keep with, having structure to each of our days, yeah, I think that it'll definitely be something. No doubt, man. No doubt. Likewise, brother. Likewise, man. Likewise. What you sipping on though? It's Thirsty Thursday, man. I got the whiskey mix. My dude, David Lindsay. Salute. What's good, champ? My guy, David Lindsay, in the building. Yeah, man. Anything that y'all missed, just hit the replay once the live is over and run it back. Run it back, man. Of course, we just building on life. Yeah. Of course. I built apps for clients in the state of Arizona, California, Missouri, Arkansas, and have never had to actually meet these people. That's the greatest thing about the internet. So once I understand exactly what your app is about, what we would initially do is create a NDA, of course, and I would put together what is called a wireframe, which is simply a outline of my understanding of what you want your app to do. It's like a blueprint, if you will. And then, yeah, we go from there. So how I look at development is, let's say, for instance, you wanted to put together a game. And I concluded that this game would take 7 months to build, and it would be a total of $4,500 for this game. What my company would do is, again, whatever your company was comfortable with putting down in regards to a down payment, we would come up with a payment structure based on, whatever you guys, whether it was bi-weekly or monthly, until the app was actually done. And so within that actual time frame, we're doing Skypes or Zoom calls, Zoom chats, or FaceTimes, depending on, whatever sort of technology that you actually have. It doesn't really matter. We'll get it done. Just so that, you're able to see the different levels and production of the app while it's actually being done. So, okay, no doubt. Yeah, just shoot me an email It's in my about section again on the YouTube channel. So just shoot me an email and we'll go from there. I've heard a lot of different ideas, so you know what I'm saying, I've built a lot of stuff as well. Once you start coding, and you know what I'm saying, you're able to literally write algorithms and lines of code into the computer and make it do certain things. The mind just starts to literally expand in ways in which, you know what I'm saying, you couldn't imagine. So I have literally to this date over 11 gigs of apps that I never even released on my Google hard drive. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Constantly always building and, coming up with new ideas. So yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Yeah, it's there, man. So send me an email. It might get sent to the junk mail. So when I do respond back to you, just make sure that you check your junk mail first, because it might go there, being that this is the first time that, we're corresponding via email. So yeah, man. Thirsty Thursdays, man. Nice jazzy vibe. Nice jazzy vibe. Appreciate that, grown man. Appreciate that. Every day we're gonna have a different concept. You know what I'm saying? Every day of the week. We going Monday through Friday, man. Mondays, 2 for 2 Tuesdays, winning Wednesdays. We did that one yesterday. That was dope. Today is Thirsty Thursday, and tomorrow's Friday Flow. So we got a concept for every day of the week. Just so that, you know what I mean, keep the mind focused. Something to build on for every day of the week. Something that's going to enhance. Something that's conducive to a positive outlook. A positive upbringing for the youth that's watching. That's most important. The energy that you're giving out is exactly what you're going to get back. So be mindful of that. You heard? But yeah, salute to everybody in the chat, man. We're going to end this one out at 7:30. This is just the first edition of many Thirsty Thursdays, where we just chop it up. Real cool vibe today. It's a jazzy vibe. Appreciate that, grown man. You know the vibes, man. You know the vibes, man. But yeah, be sure to check out that Kickoff app if you haven't got it yet. That Credit Sesame app. Credit is up. Things is looking great. Residual income from a mobile app. So yeah, that'll conclude this one. I think that everybody, you know what I'm saying, Slewfoot Slim, he wants to send me an email in regards to a mobile app idea that he has in mind. That's pretty much what I'm preaching all the time. Even if it's something as simple as you making your own Rubik's Cube app. Build something, because the idea is if you could run ads on it, that's a check for you. It doesn't matter what you paid me to build the app. Once it's paid for, that's it. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that you would ever have to deal with me, again, is updates. You know what I mean? But if you think about it, it's a way to create your own check. And that's going to be the tagline of this channel. Create your own check. CYC. Create your own check. I don't care if you're going to your 9 to 5 right now. I got a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you hustle. You know what I'm saying? Get it how you live. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you a stay-at-home parent or if you a stay-at-home worker. No matter what your 9 to 5 or your day job is, you should be doing something after that to invest in yourself, to create your own check. Create your own check. With the mobile apps, see, when I started to learn how to code, all of it was cool at first. My friends would tell you, like, he was just happy to learn how to code and he was doing dope shit, but wasn't making no money. But see, once I learned more, the more that I started learning, then it hit me. Like, if you could do all of this for yourself, what if you built something for somebody else? You know what I'm saying? Then that's when the cha-ching went off. It was like the Cash App notification. And this was years before Cash App even came out. But that little notification went off in my head. And that's when it was like, okay, now you have purpose in what you're doing. I found purpose in the mobile app development. And that was me being able to code and build stuff for other people. Like these guys in Arizona, they have their own mobile app where you can buy and sell local goods. Like it's mainly produce. So like fruit, vegetable, even like I guess in Arizona, like deer meat and stuff like that. You know, whatever it is, it's catered to that whole local grow share sort of, you know what I'm saying, vibe. And that's the name of the app, Local Grow Share. You can check that out in the App Store by me. You know what I'm saying? So, or an app for this guy in California that helps you to find different bars, and you can bar hop with your friends. So if you understand the idea of like Foursquare, where you visit different places. Yes, Tina, I create apps. Welcome, Tina. Welcome. Yeah, like the idea of like Foursquare, where you go to different places and you're able to check in. I created a bar app for this guy in California where you're able to go to different bars, and like, let's say for instance, you're celebrating somebody's promotion at work, and you want to set up a list of bars in a certain area that you want to go to. You can do it on this app that I created, and pretty much when you check in, your friends get a notification, and when they get there, they're able to check in, so on and so forth. And it's just like a social event, but you're bar hopping with your friends. You know what I'm saying? That was his idea, and we brought it to life. K de jour, what's good, man? Peace and love to the chat, man. Everybody that's here. K de jour, Tina, everybody in the building. Peace and love. But yeah, mobile app development, guys. The reason why, again, we're talking on this is because I get a residual check from that. Even if it's something as small as $237, that'll just be from one app, which is why I said I multiplied these apps. It didn't stop at one, because once I saw what one app could bring in, if you times 237 times 50, and that's not, of course, every month, you know, of course it fluctuates. It's like the stock market. But the idea is, it doesn't really take much to, you know, to put invest in yourself, to put something together that would bring you back tenfold, 10 times, and definitely tenfold. And that's the idea, guys. Everybody could own a mobile app. If you put in, if you made something as simple as a $2,500 investment, that could bring you back easily $10,000 to $20,000 within the first 6 months to a year. Great investment, and it's fun. Like, imagine being able to go to the app store and download a game that you made. I think it's pretty dope. Actually, hold on. So I made an app to teach kids how to play the piano. So what I did was put these little animals on the keys, and each animal represents what key it is. So of course, cat starts with a C, so it's the C key. Hold on, let me turn this off. But this is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, and I built this years ago and named it after my little brother. His name is Enzo. So I called it Enzo's Pianimo. Pianimo for like animal, but it's a piano, but with animals on. Piano, crazy. Mary had a little lamb for y'all, man, on Armani TV. on the app that I've actually built. And so again, you run ads on an app like this every once in a blue moon, of course, because you know we want the kid to enjoy it, but it still needs to bring in revenue. Something as simple as that. I made my own calculator. Very simple. As you can see, like super simple. This is literally like probably one of the definitely top 5. It's definitely in the top 5 first apps that I made. Super, super simple, but it works. I say 3 times 3 equals, it gives me 9. It calculates, and that's exactly what I named it. See, every app that's in this box right here, I made. All of these and these, minus the 2 at the top, of course, the 8 ball. But these are on in the games. I created my own weather app, tell you the weather outside. And with this one, you can set your own background. So you see how it's all yellow? Check this out. I could change it to whatever photo is in my phone, and it'll still display the weather up there. 70 degrees, overcast, clouds. Again, the idea is, guys, creating your own check. One app times however many, sky's the limit. It all depends on how much you want to invest in yourself. But the idea is once the money starts coming in, then you're taking that monies and you invest it. Investors are in like actual stock investors. There's a what is it called? Yeah, there's a term for this called compounding. And it could be used. Mary had a little lamb. Word. It could be used in any form of like hustling. Same thing with hustling in the street. If you the type of person, you know what I'm saying, on your A Boogie vibe, you know what I mean, you low key, even though A Boogie was doing his thing, you know what I'm saying, but if you're not as flashy as the next man and you taking more of your re-up and you investing that back into more work, that's going to eventually bring you more monies. Creating your own check. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. You know what I'm saying? And in the world of stocks, they call it compounding. It's pretty much taking like dividends that you earn from a stock doing well, or whatever the case is. When a company pays out its dividends, taking your earnings and putting that back into, you know, more stocks that's going to do what your stock has already been doing. You know what I'm saying? The whole point is you looking out for yourself for the long haul. You know what I mean? You making sure that this one hot month or this 4 hot months that you having could be a 4 hot years or 44 hot years. Set yourself up for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? That's essentially it. Make every move that you actually do from this point going forward, from making sure that your credit is right and the things that you put on your credit, you can handle them. You know what I'm saying? Don't take on a load that you actually can't handle. These things are important. You know what I'm saying? But from your credit to how you take care of yourself, you know what I'm saying? Care about it. Oh, I'm sorry, Tina. I didn't see this. How much do you charge to create an app? The average price. So the base price is at $2,500. It's actually on the company's Instagram page. You can follow at apps. And that's APPZBY by Well Connected. WELLKUNNECTED. I know it's pretty long, but just look for this little guy. It'll be like the little emoji guy. He'll be on the page. You'll see him. That's me with the glasses as an emoji, y'all. But yeah, the base price starts at $2,500, and that covers your database. That's usually like an app if you wanted to have users. So if you wanted people to be able to log in to your app to subscribe to certain things, whether you wanted to put together a network, is pretty much being able to create a database And then from that database, you're able to gather information from your audience, like emails, phone numbers, things that you can use later on for marketing purposes. But yeah, an app with a database and essentially 5 pages. So that's like 5 different tabs. You know, like a home tab, a profile, notifications, whatever sort of media content that you wanted your app to have. Basically, your budget is going to determine how much and what your app actually does. But the base is actually 2,500. Yeah, grown man. All facts on the Thirsty Thursday and every day of the week, because we only spitting exactly what's what, man. Everything flows when you be yourself. It's super, super easy to be yourself, man. It's only hard when you're trying to, you know what I'm saying? It's only hard when you're trying to imitate and be something or somebody else, something that you clearly are not. And we only speaking facts over here. So creating your own income, creating your own check, it's easier than you think, man. It's just all how you think. And that goes back into Winning Wednesday, which was yesterday. So click on that video if you missed it. This one right here, Thirsty Thursday. I think that we did good. Oh, actually, I'm past the 7:30 mark. It's 7:33. So we're going to end this one on that note, y'all. Thank you for everybody that actually tuned in. If you do have any inquiries, and whether it's in regards to some credit help or app development, shoot me an email. It's in the about section of my YouTube. Connect me, KUNNECTME @gmail.com. And I respond definitely within 24 hours. So, but in regards to the actual correspondence that you get back, just be sure to check your junk mail, because I do send, responses back, and you may not get it initially. It's probably in your junk mail. So check your junk mail, but subscribe, hit the like button, share the video with a friend, and we will be back tomorrow for Friday Flow around the same time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace and love to everybody in the chat. Thank you for coming through. Armani TV, I appreciate you just as much, King. Appreciate you just as much. Yes, Tina. Yes. Send me an email, y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? We can lock in, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Make sure your notifications are on as well, because I know how YouTube works. When you're not one of those like super big channels, you don't really know when somebody's going live. You just got to go to their page and see that they live, and it's like, oh my God. So I take no offense to anything, guys, in regards to stuff like that. Again, I told you it could be one person watching. I'm going to share the information, get that gem out to that one person, and we're going to keep it moving. And then tomorrow's a new day. So keep your thoughts positive. Keep your energy positive. And let's roll. We out. Peace.